Welcome to part 3. In this part of the presentation, I want to talk to you about another tool that is often used to support challenges in written output, and that's something called word prediction. Now, fortunately, over the past 7 or 8 years, maybe 10 years, we've all become more familiar with this feature because it's built into a lot of cell phones, tablets, and even computers. Back about 10 years ago, this was something that could only happen with specially purchased and loaded software. And it was something that a lot of people didn't understand. But you know that word prediction is really the same thing as auto prediction, predictive text, or autocorrect. That's what we usually call it on our phones. And it's used to assist with text entry. It's software or that can be purchased separately, but oftentimes these days it's built in and it predicts or sort of guesses the word that the person is trying to type. And then sometimes even the next word based on their patterns in the past. So something related to this is called word completion, or it also can be called auto completion. And this is built into Microsoft Word, many iOS platform devices like an iPad or iPhone, and some other forms of technology. And the purpose of it is to decrease the demands of keystrokes. So, in other words, make it where you can type fewer keys to produce the same written output. So, I want to show you a short video about this.
Today I'm going to talk to you about two features inside of Microsoft Word 2016, autocomplete and autocorrect. Let's go ahead and get started. Autocomplete is a word feature that automatically inserts dates and other regularly used information into Word for you. So I've opened up a blank Word document and I'm going to type in a month. This time I'm going to type in February. As I start to type it, I get to FEBR, and I see that the word February appears above the FEBR. Now all I have to do is press enter and it'll automatically insert this information. This works with a bunch of different months. For instance, I could type in January and let's try March. Now notice March did not pop up with anything. May also does not pop up with anything. That's because they're shorter months and they also both start with MA. So this will only work on longer months. So things like October, no problem. So that's what autocomplete is. Now, as you continue to type in Microsoft Word, Word will suggest things just up in that box right above the words. And anytime you see that box, if that's the word you're looking for, you just press enter, and that's how autocomplete works. All right, so that's autocomplete. The next one I'm going to talk to you about today is autocorrect. Now, many people know autocorrect from their cell phones, right? As you type in a word on your cell phone, it'll autocorrect that word. Now, in Microsoft Word, it does not do as many corrections as in your phone because oftentimes you want to type specific things in Microsoft Word that you really don't need corrected. So in this case, I'm going to try to type and, A-N-D. So I type and, that looks fine. Okay. Now I'm going to type and incorrectly, A-D-N. If I type A-D-N and I press space, it'll automatically change that to A-N-D. Okay. Now with autocorrect, anytime that it does this, you'll see it on any words that are shorter, typically in length. So I could type instead of the, if I type the incorrectly, if I type THE for instance, it'll automatically capitalize since it's the first letter of the sentence, and it will switch those letters so that it's spelled correctly. Now, if I press backspace one time, you see this little bar that pops up under it. It says autocorrect options. Let's say I actually meant to type THE if I was typing like a product number or something like that. You can undo the automatic corrections. You could stop auto capitalizing if you want it to be lowercase, stop automatically correcting that specific word, or you could even go into these autocorrect options and you can decide what words you want to replace. So you can see a full list of different words that can be replaced, and you could actually replace words in Microsoft Word and create your own right in here. So if there's something that you constantly misspell, or if you want to create a shortcut to where if you type in something like I don't know, got to go or something, and GTG, and you can replace it with got to go if you type that often. Well, then you can add that in there, and then every time you type GTG, it will basically replace it with got to go. So you could actually do quite a few shortcuts inside of Microsoft Word to make your typing faster and more efficient if you do type the same words over and over and over again. So hopefully this tutorial has helped you learn a little bit more about autocomplete and autocorrect. And if you have any questions, please put it in the comment section below.
Now I'm going to tell you something about that I do that has to do with word prediction and auto completion. I have my cell phone set up under accessibility so that it uses an accessibility shortcut to predict my email address. So instead of typing out my whole email address, which seems like would have to do that a lot of times throughout the day, I just set it up so that if I type 3 S's in a row, it's going to autofill my email address. And I have a different Gmail address, and so I have it set up if I type 4 S's in a row, it'll fill in automatically my Gmail. So sometimes things that you learn about assistive technology can even help you become more efficient. Now I'm going to show you a program that uses the features that were just discussed in that last video. It is specific software though this is their slogan. It says CoWriter acts as the pencil while your applications are the paper. CoWriter works in conjunction with any app or application that you want to type in. So that would be like Microsoft Word, if you're typing something online, if you're blogging, if you're emailing, any of those things. What happens is as you type, CoWriter figures out based on your patterns in the past what you're most likely to type next. And again, just like with word prediction and auto completion, the goal of it is, and the benefit of it is, it decreases the number of keystrokes that you're going to have to use. So I'm going to have you stop this video and then watch a short video about CoWriter that will explain it and sort of demonstrate it better than I probably could. And then come back to the final part of the presentation.